Hello, everyone, and welcome to Humanism. We're going to give a little bit update perspective on the war and war in general and how we can solve these issues. This could be a pretty quick commentary because I have things to do. Main thing about humanism is to benefit yourself through focus, through goal setting, through exercise, through working together to create a great global humanity without corruption. Everybody can be a part of this movement to liberate the people of the world so we can finally become true to our potential, which is to eradicate the corruption all over society, everywhere in society that disables you from being the person you want to be. So the Ukraine war, people are being bombed right now. Russia is sending drones and destroying critical infrastructure, which is pathetic. It's like just trying to punish them for fighting back. Punish the people into submission. It's pathetic, okay? And then you have the United States military-industrial complex, which is evil. Okay, it's evil. Because we don't need a military if humanity becomes humanity. Then we wouldn't need a military at all. Imagine all those billions and trillions of dollars being put into science, being put into healthcare, to people's needs. Imagine. We would have no issue. Well, there's always a world with problems, but the problems we have right now would not exist. But it's a necessary evil because the military-industrial complex is what is producing the weapons to enable Ukrainians to defend themselves. So this is a good thing. But at the big picture, we have to eliminate the military-industrial complex because it's the parasite, it's the tick that sucks resources away from us. Every trillion dollar that it takes is less money for us, less resources for us, increased inflation. You see an increase in inflation going on right now. It's not necessarily Democrats' fault. It has a lot to do with the COVID pandemic and people being out of work, the stimulus, the PPP thing going on before, corruption. There's many different aspects because if people are not working, people are still utilizing resources. People still need those resources, so there's going to be less resources to go around. That means the price is going to go up, right? So it's not only more money in circulation, it's also less supply. I study economics. I know a lot. I've studied it. I've incorporated the humanist perspective, the rifle. There's only one way economics works. It's not libertarian. It's not communist. It's not socialism. It's only for the people to let live and let live. So people can become true to their potential. But then we have opportunities for the people to be who they want to be. That is the greatness of humanity. That is the potential of humanity to achieve anything it aims to. Anything you want to be in life, it's possible. And it's going to happen. Once we overtake the corruption, once we elect and we instill power to the people. So hopefully Russia will back down. But, Putin is not that way. He's not built that way. He just doesn't walk away. He wants something. He wants to fulfill his own corrupt ideology. He's an ideologue when it comes down to it. And it's like Hitler all over again. Ideologues don't look to compromise. They want all or nothing. They want all or nothing. And saving face is one thing, but honestly, the performance of Russia makes me think twice about how if they actually have a nuclear program, does it work? Because, oh my God, nothing in Russia, it appears to be in working order. So maybe they don't even have a nuclear program anymore. Maybe that's the big secret. Maybe they can't even launch a damn nuke. Well, let's not find out the hard way, of course. But that's just speculation, some commentary from the nonsense that I'm seeing out there. Russia is a joke. Don't you think you would work on your military before you send them to war? I know if I was the leader of Russia, let's say, I would ensure that my military has all the resources at its disposal to get the job done. I would make sure that it works. So obviously the top-down approach doesn't work in the military. So why not incorporate some other ideas where individual units can make their own decisions on the battlefield instead of requiring orders from the top? Because once you cut the head of the snake, once you destroy and disrupt command and control, then in the Russian military, the underlings just stand around. They don't do anything because there's no orders. That's obviously wrong. They don't see that. Like, what is, if anybody watching this is a expert in Russian military, tell me why don't they do anything about that? Didn't they see the flawed capability and before they started this nonsense invasion? I don't know. Just this is something I've been thinking about for a while. Anyways, hopefully this war will come to a close. This winter is coming, rather. So it's gonna be really nasty out there. Okay, so things might have to stop, but we're gonna see how it develops. It's nonsense war. All the wars are nonsense. Okay, I'm not a pacifist. Don't get me wrong. There are good fights because reality is not reality as we want. But I'm just talking about big picture. It's nonsense. It's not necessary. We don't need military units. We don't need military units. If all of humanity is allied, is united, then we don't need it. That is the goal of humanism. To become one with the world. If we can't do that, then at least we have ourselves. And that's a good starting point. Because you have to start somewhere, right? That's all I'm going to say right now.